Sup, you chuckle fucks? It's your boy, Dark Raikou here with What If Takemichi was the grandson of Taejin? So yeah, so this is part 2 of this What If. I know I'm gonna do part 2 of the other What If of Takemichi later, but yeah, later when I rewatch it. But for right now, I'm gonna let me say that again. I already rewatched this one, mostly part 1, but yeah, I am going to continue them on. But yeah. Now, of course, this is where, let me begin, and let me shut the fuck up. No recaps, because it hasn't been 1 month, and yeah. Let me begin. Okay. So, we begin into mostly Takemichi right now walking with Drake. This is where, Takemichi and Drake are just, like, getting towards the hideout of Toma. But yeah. This is where, Takemichi has kind of fallen down a couple of times when they are getting upstairs, mostly those stairs, and Takemichi can't really see, and of course he is in crutches, so this is where he had to fall a couple of times, while, Draken had to kind of just grab him most of the time, and most of the time had to also drag him up there, because he just had to give up halfway through, unlike carrying him, or mostly just like, mostly getting grabbed, because mostly Takemichi keeps falling. But yeah, this is where, he just drags him up there, but yeah, this is where, Takemichi is now up there. Of course, he's like near the edge of the stairs, which Draken kind of notices and just decides to grab him and like actually carry him, mostly drag him away from the fucking stairs, so he wouldn't like somehow manage to get tricked by Mikey and to fall down the stairs. But yeah, which mostly Draken is not trying to literally get bothered by that, but yeah. But of course, this is where, we go into mostly Draken and Takemichi just there waiting. This is where someone actually appears, and it's none other than Mikey. Mikey says, "Yo, hey guys, what are you?" He says, "Kenny and Takemichi. So, you two are out of the hospital." And this is where Mikey is talking. This is where Mikey kind of just asks them. Mostly Takemichi and Draken nodded. Draken just nodded. Sir Takemichi nodded, but he doesn't actually see mostly Mikey that much. His eyes are still closed. That's where, Mikey says, I still see that your eyes are closed. Do they still hurt? And Sir Takemichi says, yeah. No thanks to you never telling me about blood coming out of my eyes. This is where Mikey says, I never knew anything about that. He's whistling, switch-chopping a little bit. Draken just ignores it, but yeah. This is where, Takemichi sighs and says, so, what do you want to talk about, Mikey? This is where, Mikey says, oh, I'm just wondering if you two are okay. Since, Draken did get a stab wound, and you managed to twist your legs and hurt your eyes somehow, and also got a cut in your hand. Which I'm just seeing if you two are okay. This is where they both nodded. This is where, Takemichi kind of just shaked his head a little bit and realized, yeah, no, it's not really okay, but whatever. This is where Mikey says, glad to know. Well, you really did get your gift right, what's it called, Takemichi? This is where, Takemichi nodded. This is where, Mikey kind of asked Draken to kind of like go over there for a second, because he wants to talk to, Takemichi for a little bit. This is where, Takemichi's confused, and of course Takemichi is facing a tree, not facing Mikey, and this is where Mikey says, so Takemichi, I wanted to talk about, how did you know about Draken's, mostly going to get stabbed? Who are you exactly, Takemichi? This is where Takemichi looks around and saying, where are you? Am I facing a tree or am I facing you? This is where Mikey switch up and say, you're facing me. Yeah. This is where, Takemichi says, to answer you that question, it's, kind of difficult. This is where, Mikey says, are you a threat to us, Takemichi? This is where Takemichi says, no, Mikey, listen, I know about this because of, this is where before he was actually going to talk about this, like, time traveling. This is where Mikey says, I don't really care, though. This is where Takemichi says, why the fuck did you ask in the first place? This is where, he thinks in his head. This is where Mikey says, I don't really care. You saved Candy, and that's all that matters. This is where, Takemichi just nodded dumbly. Of course, is where Mikey says, besides, I was like right next to you. I don't know why you were facing a tree. This is where, well, Takemichi right now looks to the side, and even with one glance of one of his eyes being open a little bit, he had a murderous gaze. This is where, well, Mikey sweat drops and says, "Hey man, you don't need to get all killer on me." This is where, well, Takemichi says, "Whatever. My eye still hurts." This is where, well, he closed back, well, his kind of crack open eye, and this is where Takemichi says, still, I can't see shit. This is where, well, Takemichi is saying, "Okay, so can I ask you why?" This is where, well, Mikey says, "Well, I'm hungry now. Hey, Draken, can we go get food?" This is where, well, Draken says, "Yeah, just one problem. We gotta get Takemichi off of this place, or he's gonna fall down the stairs." This is where Mikey says, "I think he'll be fine." This is where Takemichi says, "No, I won't be fine. I'll be having more broken bones than normal." This is where, well, mostly they manage to get Takemichi down the stairs, and this is where, well, Takemichi says, "Okay, I think I'll be fine from here. I'll probably hit a couple walls before getting home, but I think I'll be fine." This is where Draken says, "Are you sure?" Takemichi says, "Yeah, I'll be fine." This is where, well, Mikey says, "Let's go get food." This is where, well, Draken sweats up and says, "Yeah, see you later, Takemichi." Takemichi is going to have to somehow get towards, well, Hima's house, or even his house. But this is where, well, mostly Takemichi is mostly walking down some street alleys. Of course, where, well, more people decide to piss him off because he actually bumped into like these three older men that looks to be the same people that mostly Draken in his memories kind of appear. And this is where they say, "Huh? You little brat, why the hell did you bump into us?" This is where, well, Takemichi says, "Bump into you? Sorry, I can't see. Who exactly are you?" This is where, well, the person says, "I'll show you who am I." This is where, well, he was about to grab Takemichi until someone appears, grabbing, well, this person from the hand, twisting it, and then kicking him right in the face. This is where knocking out, well, the person out. This is where, well, a person appears. This is where this person has blue hair, kind of has a tiger kind of symbol on his back, mostly like a, yeah, symbol, having like a jacket mostly he's wearing, having shoes, well, not shoes that much, he had kind of running shoes, but he took them off, and was kind of, well, yeah, he wasn't having shoes on. He kind of had like sandals before taking them off and kicking this guy in the face. But yeah, he has kind of like these blue saggy jeans, and yeah, this is where, well, this person has blue eyes and did kick the shit out of one person. This is where the person went down. The other two say, "Who the hell are you?" This is where, well, the person says, "Who am I? Well, you don't need to know who am I. I just hate people like you attacking the blind. So, it's time for you people to die." This is where, well, they look at this kid, because it is a kid, and of course, they just saw a death stare, and then they illusioned the guy behind them, mostly like an older person, that kicked their ass about like 4 or 6 years ago, but yeah. This is where, well, they all get scared and right now run away. They're like, "Oh, hell no, we're not fighting you. Hell no." They did get the other guy and just like take him off. They just start running. This is where, Takemichi says, "Huh? Is someone there?" This is where Takemichi cracked one of his eyes open finally. And this is where, well, his eye still hurts. It is kind of bleeding. Of course, this is where, well, he looks towards to see a guy with a tiger symbol on the back. And when this guy turns around, he has blue hair, has a gentle smile at Takemichi, and does have what's it called, blue eyes. He has dark navy blue hair. Of course, this is where, well, he has a gentle smile at Takemichi, and Takemichi says, "Huh? Why are you smiling at me like that?" This is where, well, he had to close back his eyes because it hurts a lot. This is where, well, the person smiles and says, "Huh, you haven't really changed too much, Takemichi-kun." This is where Takemichi says, "What exactly are you?" I wish I can see, because if you were in front of me trying to hurt me, I'm going to kick your ass." "Well, you can't really kick my ass because you have one leg injured, a hand that's also injured, mostly your left hand, and your eyes are injured as hell. So you probably won't be able to kick my ass ever anyways. And besides, I'm older than you, so you would never hurt me." And then he stuck out his tongue, even if Takemichi can't see. This is where Takemichi growls and says, "You." This is where, well, Takemichi says, "Who exactly are you?" This is where the person right now holds his hand towards his like chest and say, Takemichi-kun, you forgot about me? How would you forget about me when You were so young when you were younger with your grandfather, and well, you were in your grandfather's dojo, and you completely forgot about me. I'm heartbroken. This is where well, Takemichi smiles up and says, "I wish I even wait a minute. Wait the fuck a minute." This is where Takemichi says. This is where both of his eyes open in an instant before blood actually kind of started dripping from both of his eyes. And this is where Issei close. Oh, well, mostly not Issei. Mostly Takemichi closed him back again. And this is where Takemichi says, wait, you're. This is where he says, Ipyo? This is where, well, he screams out his name. Park, mostly his last name is Park. And this is where, well, Ilpio, the person who's now known as Ilpio, kind of just smiles and says, yeah, it's me, your big brother. This is where, well, Takemichi says, I am never going to call you big brother. I don't care. And how old you are right now. This is where, well, Ilpio kind of gets his heart kind of shattered and says, ugh, you're so mean, Takemichi. This is where, well, mostly Takemichi is 14 right now, and this is where, well, Ilpio is actually, well, not 15, he's 14, Takemichi, while Ilpio is actually 15. This is where Ilpio says, come on, it's me, Ilpio. I'm 15 right now, so you can call me Big Brother. This is where Takemichi says, no, I'm not calling you Big Brother. This is where, well, Takemichi says, now if you move out of my way, I'm trying to get home. You know you're walking the wrong direction. I'm blind. I can't see where the fuck I'm going. Maybe if you help me like an older brother should, I wouldn't be in this situation. This is where, well, mostly Ilpio says, wait, you finally call me older brother. This is where, well, he gets excited. This is where, well, Takemichi says, just help me. This is where, well, Ilpio just decides to help him. And, of course, just walk along with Takemichi. And to where, well, Takemichi then asks him, where the hell have you been? For the last, I don't know, how many years has it been? 10 years? 11 years? Don't know when. This is where, well, Ilpio says, oh, come on. I was just in school and other stuff, taking care of my own sisters and problems. So, yeah. This is where, well, Takemichi sighs and says, huh. This is where, well, Takemichi then thinks in his head, whatever happened to Ilpio when I was older? He thinks about it when he's now in 26, because he never did talk to his, well, mostly cousin, because they're not technically cousins, but they are mostly not really brother cousins. They're not even related, but yeah, their grandfather does wish them to be kind of related, but yeah. This is where, well, Takemichi says, still, where, okay, so if you've been with that, okay, good to know. Now, where are we going? Because I feel like I'm gonna smash into a wall. Ilpio said, I'm not evil, okay? I'm not gonna smash you into a wall. Or I'll get into your house. You do live at the same place like last time, right? This is where Takemichi nodded and saying, yeah, I still live there. Well, good to know. Still, what about your mom and dad? Where are they at? You already know about this. I don't have parents. This is where, well, Takemichi said, very quietly, but of course, this is where Ilpio did nod and say, sorry about that. Yeah, sorry. I keep forgetting that you have to have the illusion of your parents being overseas or overworking themselves. Takemichi nodded. This is where Takemichi nodded sadly. This is where Ilpio says, what about your grandfather? Don't you want to know what happened to him? This is where Takemichi says, I already know what happened to him. He's right now up in the mountains, still training and still perfecting the Taekwondo. That is true. Yeah, that is true. I did visit him last time. You know you should go visit him also. This is where, well, Takemichi nodded and says, yeah, I'll go visit him later after my injuries are not this hurt. What even happened? Also, did you use a forbidden technique in the Taekwondo? Because that's the only way for your injury for your right leg. This is where, well, Takemichi says, no. This is where he tries to lie, but this is where Ilpio says, really, I'm not dumb. I know which technique you use. And it does have a really huge restraint on your body. Takemichi says, yes, I know. I shouldn't be able to use that technique, and I was just not thinking clearly, blah, 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 blah. Okay, leave me alone. This is where, well, Ilpio kind of just smack him in the head and say, well, mostly Takemichi say, ow! What the hell was that for? Ilpio says, idiot. That's for being an idiot for actually using that technique. This is where, well, Takemichi says, whatever. Just get me to my house so I can just sleep and take a nap. This is where, well, Ilpio says, well, okay, fine. Let's just go then. This is where, well, mostly Yukio decides to just grab what's it called Takemichi from the collar and just start dragging him. This is where Takemichi says, "Hey, let go of me, you fuck!" This is where mostly Yukio was just dragging him until before they even get to their house. Mostly Yukio was kind of just walking, and this is where someone just actually appeared in front of him and says, "Let go of Takemichi-kun." This is where mostly Yukio says, "Huh? Who are you?" This is where he sees a girl with pinkish hair and of course having pinkish eyes, I think so. This is where, mostly she's kind of getting angry at Ilpio for even dragging Takemichi from the collar because Takemichi is hurt, he does have the crutches and yet he's just getting dragged. This is where, Ilpio says, "Oh, sorry about that." This is where he grabs Takemichi and kind of stands him up. This is where, mostly Takemichi says, "Wait, Hima, is that you?" This is where mostly Hima actually grabs Takemichi from the hand. And this is where Takemichi, "Ow, ow, ow, ow. Hima, please stop holding my hand like that. It hurts." This is where Hima says, "Oh, I'm sorry. But still, who is this person? Why was he dragging you like that?" This is where Takemichi says, how should I say? This is, my older brother, Ilpio. This is where, Hima says, "Oh, I'm sorry there." This is where she bows down towards Ilpio, and Ilpio says, No, it's fine. We're not technically we're not brothers entirely, but we just call each other like that. And I'm happy for you, Takemichi. You found a girlfriend and you finally call me older brother." Takemichi says, "Shut up already. Go die somewhere." This is where, Ilpio says, "You hurt me so much." This is where, Hima says, "Takemichi, don't be so mean to him." This is where, Takemichi says, "Sorry about that, Hima." This is where, Ilpio says, "No, it's fine." He waves both of his hands up. This is where, Hima says, "Oh, okay." This is where, she then kind of looks at Takemichi and looks at his injuries very closely. And this is where she then asks him why he has his eyes closed. Takemichi says, "If I open them, I kind of bleed out from my eyes." This is where Hima winds her eyes and says, "What? Why didn't you just stay in the hospital a little bit more? You idiot." This is where, mostly, Takemichi says, "Sorry about that. It's just, I wanted to go along with, Trock and Torch with the car, meeting with Mikey, and then I kind of, okay, it's a bad idea to, I've gone walking home alone without Trock and, oops." This is where, Hima glares at Takemichi, and Takemichi's looking away and thinking that mostly he's not facing Hima entirely because he can feel the wrath of Hima. And this is where Takemichi says, "God damn, she's scary." This is where Ilpio is kind of just laughing and chuckling at the sight. And this is where, Ilpio says, "Well, come on, Takemichi, you should get into your room. I'll tuck you in just like an older brother would do." Takemichi says, "Go die in the fire or something." This is where Ilpio says, "Oh, you're so mean, Takemichi. Come on." This is where he just drags Takemichi from the collar. And this is where, Takemichi says, "Stop dragging me from the collar." Well, I can't really just guide a blind person towards his room, so of course I'd rather just drag him. "I hate you." Yeah, you know you love me, Takemichi-kun." This is where, Takemichi growls at Ilpio, but yeah, this is where Hima just giggles while seeing the sight. This is where, she goes inside just to kind of make food for Takemichi, but yeah. This is where, Takemichi is laying on his bed, and of course, where, Ilpio says, "Okay, Takemichi, stay here, and don't do anything crazy. And if anyone tries to, get into your room, don't worry, I'll kick their ass." Takemichi says, "Wait, no, don't, He already left, didn't he?" This is where Hima says, "Yep, you have a very protective older brother," Hima said. This is where, Takemichi chuckles and says, he's just overprotective like that because he made a promise with grandfather a long time ago. This is where, Hima says, "Wait, grandfather? Oh, you never did tell me about your parents or your family. Why is your parents never at home?" This is where Takemichi swatch up and says, "Oh, didn't I already tell you this? My dad is overseas while my mom is most of the time working over late. And she will probably be overseas after a while. I don't actually remember where she's at. Sorry." "I see. What about your grandfather?" "My grandfather was the one to take care of me since, I guess you can say, since I was a baby." This is where, Hima looks at him with narrow eyes and says, "I see. Are you hiding stuff from me?" This is where Takemichi says, "No. I'm sure, I'm really telling the truth. My grandfather did take care of me when I was a child." This is where, Hima nods and says, "I see. Okay. Well, now say ah. This is where, well, Takemichi says, are you feeding me? Well, you can't see, so of course I'm feeding you. Now say ah. This is where Takemichi says, ah. This is where he eats some soup that Hima did make him. But yeah, this is where Takemichi says, thank you, Hima. This is where he's blushing a little bit. And Hima just nodded. This is where, well, Hima just says, I don't really have a, what's it called, recipe for stopping eye bleeding. And of course, I don't have a recipe to actually be healing your legs or hand. So of course, this is the best I can do. Just basically feed you some protein and yeah. Takemichi says, it's fine like that. That's where, well, Hima nodded. Now, of course, this is where Hima says, well, I should be going then. Bye, Takemichi-kun, and bye, Ilpyo. This is where Ilpyo nodded. And just kind of just waves as one will see Hima. This is where Takemichi falls asleep. But, of course, this is where Ilpyo just stay up, well, mostly stay at Takemichi's house for a while. Until he hears knocking. Now, of course, Ilpyo was the one to wake up. Takemichi's room is kind of closed off because he's making sure that, well, Takemichi gets rest. This is where, well, when Ilpyo kind of opened the door, he sees 4 people. A guy with red hair and has like a pompadour. A guy with kind of brownish hair, has glasses. A guy with black hair, and is probably the tallest out of all of them. And the last one, guy with kind of blondish hair. That looks like Mikey, but a bootleg version of him. But yeah. This is where, well, Ilpyo says, can I help you? This is where all 4 of them say, is this the right house? This is where they look at the number and they say, yeah, this is Takemichi's house. This is where Ilpyo says, are you Takemichi's friends or are you trying to hurt him? Because if you're trying to hurt him, I'll kill you in an instant. Right now, Ilpyo's eyes becomes a darker shade of blue. This is where, well, all of them just pales in an instant. This is where they say, we're Takemichi's friend, please don't try to kill us. This is where, well, this is where Ilpyo says, oh, well, that's good to know. This is where he closes both of his eyes and just smiles at them. This is where they switch up and say, oh, can we go inside? Well, he's still injured, so no, go away. This is where, well, they say, wow, it's so cold. This is where, well, Ilpyo says, now, if you don't mind me, I'm going to go make what's called Takemichi some food. Now, go away. This is where, well, they say, okay. This is where they kind of start walking away, but yeah. This is where, well, Takemichi says, Ilpyo, who was at the door? No one important. This is where, well, Takemichi says, don't bullcrap me. Wasn't my friends and you just decided to scare them away? This is where Ilpyo says, no, that they were just random people talking about the church. Takemichi says, okay, whatever, I'll take your word. I'm too tired still. This is where, well, Ilpyo says, just go to sleep. This is where, well, mostly Ilpyo goes to make food and yeah. Now, of course, this is where, well, another door knock happens and this is where Ilpyo says, God damn it, how many people are just gonna knock at the door? This is where, well, he opens the door and of course, he sees a guy with, well, mostly being like 6'1", like, he's very tall, he's taller than Ilpyo, and this is where, well, he has kind of bluish eyes, and, well, not bluish eyes, it's black eyes, wait. So yeah, black eyes with kind of blondish hair that's like cut to one side, kind of pushed at the other side, but yeah. And has a dragon kind of tattoo, and this is where, well, Draken says, you're not Takemichi, are you? This is where, well, mostly Ilpyo says, okay, who are you now? This is where, well, Draken says, this is supposed to be Takemichi's house, right? Or did I get that wrong, Mikey? Mikey kind of looks, well, kind of walks from behind mostly Draken. And this is where, well, he looks at the numbers and says, yeah, this should be, what's it called, Takemichi's house. This is where, well, Ilpyo did notice a guy with blondish hair, kind of longish blondish hair, and of course being much goldenish, and has dark blue eyes. They're kind of emotionless most of the time, which Ilpyo kind of noticed. This is where, well, Ilpyo says, can I help you? This is where, well, mostly Draken and, well, Mikey kind of ask you to see where Takemichi's at, and Draken asking who exactly Ilpyo is. This is where Ilpyo says, I'm Takemichi's older brother. Now exactly who you are, people, I don't understand. You two kind of seem like gangsters, and if you're trying to hurt my little brother, I'll kill you in an instant. This is where, well, mostly Ilpyo kind of has a murderous kind of aura around him. This is where, well, Draken and even Mikey kind of feel the aura. Now, of course, they're kind of getting on guard with Ilpyo, and this is where, well, Mikey doesn't get on guard that much, but this is where Mikey says, oh, we're Takemichi's friends. This is where, well, Ilpyo says, really? I have never heard of you two as his friends. Are you lying to me? This is where, well, Takemichi managed to get out of his room, even though it was locked. He managed to kick the door handle, but yeah, and open it. And of course, where, well, even though his right leg does hurt a little bit, he's walking with the cane. He's using the, what's it called, wall. And this is where, well, Takemichi says, "Yo, Pyo, are you trying to scare every person you see? Please don't scare Hima away when she comes here." This is where, well, Pyo says, "Takemichi, why are you out of your, what's it called, room and without your crutches?" This is where, well, Takemichi says, "Just because I don't want you to scare Hima away. I seen Hima yesterday. I'm not going to scare her away. She's your girlfriend anyway." This is where Takemichi blushes and says, "Can you not say that out loud?" This is where, well, mostly Mikey says, "Hey, Takemichi, it's been a while. Sorry we can't get over there to talk to you because mostly this guy is blocking us." Yes, sorry about that. Mostly Ilpio is kind of very overprotective of me. Sorry about that, Draken and Mikey. This is where Draken says, "How do you know I'm here without seeing your eyes open?" "I had them open for a little bit, and I saw you. So, yes." This is where, well, Draken says, "Okay, now I can see." Okay. This is where, well, mostly Mikey says, "Well, can you see now? Can you open your eyes fully?" "No, I can't open my eyes fully. They still hurt like hell." "Well, other than that, I'm gonna get something from the kitchen." This is where, well, mostly Ilpio says, "Shit, I forgot I was cooking something." This is where, well, Takemichi says, "Wait, why is there fire? Why does it smell like burn?" This is where, well, Ilpio kind of runs and is like, "Shit." This is where Mikey and Drunken also run in. And this is where, well, Mikey just decides to kind of look at the sink, sees water, and just grabs and throws it into the fire. This is where, well, anything that was being cooked was now burnt to a crisp. This is where, well, mostly Mikey says, "Yeah, I think anything that was cooked there is now wet and burnt. So, there's nothing to eat, Takemichi." Takemichi sweat drops. This is where, well, Draken says, "We can always go buy food." This is where, well, Ilpio says, "You know what, we should do that." This is where, well, Takemichi says, "Uh-huh." This is where, well, mostly, they kind of go out to kind of go get food, but yeah. This is where, well, Takemichi is still hurt, but of course, where, well, he's more annoyed and angry in the fact that Ilpio burned his food. This is where, well, almost he burned stuff that he will have to go get groceries later, but yeah. This is where, well, Takemichi says, "Really, Ilpio? How can you forget about cooking?" This is where Ilpio says, "Hey, don't bother me. I have so many people literally going to your house and right now trying to see if they're evil people that were trying to hurt you or if they're friends. And then why the fuck did you scare my other friends away?" "Hey, they look like somewhat bad people. Really, bad people. That's the only word you can describe them as." Me, kinda. This is where, well, Ilpio was kind of just eating, but yeah. And this is where, well, Mikey says, "Hey, Takemichi, why you never talk about your older brother if you had a brother?" This is where he points at Ilpio. This is where Takemichi says, "Huh? Oh, well, he's kind of not entirely my older brother. We're kind of not even related at all. But I see him as an older brother and he sees me as a little brother. And my grandfather was mostly the one to ask him for the promise to protect me, so yeah." This is where Ilpio nodded while eating a burger, but yeah. This is where, well, Draken hears about mostly Takemichi's grandfather again. And this is where, well, Draken says, "Hey, you, what's your name?" Ilpio says, "Ilpio Park, why?" "Okay, so what is Takemichi's grandfather's name?" This is where Ilpio kind of looks at Takemichi, which he kind of realized that Takemichi never did tell what to call mostly Draken or any of these guys about his name. Well, mostly his grandfather's name, so Ilpio kind of looks at it into his head, kind of just thinks a little bit, and says, "I forgot." This is where he also forgotten suddenly. This is where, well, Draken will falls down to the floor and says, "What? You can't be serious. You literally forgot about his name." "Yeah, I'm gonna have to remember one day, but, well, I'll remember. I'll try to remember later." "Okay." This is where, well, Draken says, "You can't be serious." This is where Mikey says, Is he, what's it called? This is where Mikey says, "Is his grandfather this kind of amazing? Is that why you're trying to figure out his name, Kenny? We should go find out by being a detective or something like that." Whatever they're called. This is where, well, Draken says, "That's a good idea, Mikey, but then again, I don't want to bother the cops or any of that." This is where, well, Mikey says, "Oh, come on, Kenny, it'll be fun." This is where, well, mostly Mikey kind of just annoys. This is where, well, mostly Mikey bothers Draken enough to kind of go. And of course, Draken says, fine, I'll go, stop bothering me. Let's go then. This is where, well, Draken narrowed his eyes at both what's it called, Ilpoi and also what's it called, Takemichi. Because well, mostly Draken then leaves. And Ilpoi says, well, I don't know why you lied to him about mostly not knowing about your grandfather's name. But I decided to also lie. But yeah. So, Takemichi, are you going to go visit your grandfather later or what? This is where Takemichi nodded, saying, yeah, well, after I get my injuries healed, but yeah. Also, Opioid, I'm gonna have to talk to you later about something that I want to talk to you about. Mostly, when we get back to the house, okay? This is where, well, Takemichi finished eating after like 10 minutes, or not 10 minutes, 30 minutes late. But of course, they get back to the house, and this is where Takemichi wants to tell Ilpoi about something that he discovers 26 later, or not 26, mostly not 26, later in the years. Mostly, he then tells him about that he can somewhat travel to time 12 years later from now. But yeah, mostly he's from the future and he's a 26-year-old. This is where, well, Ilpoi says, huh, no wonder you're a little bit more mature than normal, because you would usually scream at me and try to cuss and blah 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 when you ever see me. This is where, well, Takemichi says, okay, screw you too. This is where, well, mostly Ilpoi chuckles, but of course, this is where, well, Takemichi then says, well, that's all I wanted to talk about. But yeah. And you do believe me, right? Of course, idiot. You think I wouldn't? Besides, I discovered some things that aren't really natural for normal humans to have. I'll tell you about that later. But it also seems that you might have discovered something with your eyes. This is where, well, mostly Takemichi says, what do you mean eyes? Oh, don't worry, Takemichi. You will find out one day when you finally heal your eyes and other things. This is where, well, Takemichi then says, okay, you're being a little cryptic as hell. Well, other than that, well, I'll be going then. Ilpoi kind of says to Takemichi. Takemichi says, where are you going? Well, I've got to go check on my sisters. So, of course, I'm going. So, I'll see you later then. If you're going back to the future or whatever. Okay? Also, find out if I die or not in the future, because you didn't keep up with me in the future, didn't you? Kinda. Sorry. This is where, well, Ilpio says, nah, it's fine. We'll see you. This is where Ilpio kind of leaves the house, but yeah. But this is where I'm actually going to leave it off, because I got to go somewhere, and yeah. So see ya, bye, and yeah, bye.